Hi, welcome to Chem with Chem. In this session, we'll be working question 6 of Chemistry Paper 2 from the January 2020 sitting. If this is your first time to the channel, then welcome and please check out all the other materials that we have available. Be sure to like if you find value and share, and also consider subscribing and turning on post notifications so you'll be alerted the moment new material is added. Let's get right in. Now, this question is this question speaks directly to chemistry and environment. This should be one of the more applicable ones. This is something we see in our everyday life. Part A, many metals undergo corrosion when exposed to certain conditions. Figure 2 shows an experiment where iron nails are exposed to different conditions. In test tube A, we have nail in water, and it's also exposed to air. In test tube B, there's boiled water. The nail is in boiled water, and there's oil on top. There's a layer of oil on top of the water layer. And test tube C, this nail is exposed to dry air. State the two conditions necessary for the corrosion of a metal. So in order for a metal to corrode, these two conditions must be present: moisture and air. Moisture denotes the presence of water, so moisture and air must be present. And this should give us an idea why folks are get very worked up when there's a scratch on the car. It's not that it's much ado about nothing, but when nothing is wrong with a scratch, but when it goes beyond the painting, beyond the layers of painting, and it has reached the metal, it's like getting a cut that has gone to the bone because we have a problem there. That metal is now going to be exposed to the elements, moisture, air, and that's a chain reaction. All right. Part 2. State whether corrosion will occur for each of the test tubes shown in figure 2. Give one reason to support your answer in each case. So test tube A, that has water and air. Yes, corrosion will occur. So this one has water and air, the two conditions necessary for corrosion. Test tube B, so will corrosion occur? No corrosion. And the reason here, the layer of oil is blocking out air. Very reactive metals like sodium and potassium, they're stored under oil to ensure that they're protected from air. So oil is sealing off the air. And the fact that the water is boiled means that any oxygen that would have been present, would have been dissolved in the water, would have been driven out. So the oil now is forming a protective layer, so only water is present there. And in test tube C, we would expect no corrosion. And the reason, no moisture is present. And I think we've probably answered this in a sense. Suggest the reason why the boiled water was covered with oil in test tube B. And this was to prevent air from entering, more specifically oxygen, since oxygen is slightly soluble in water. Well, that's how the fish get it. So it's more than slightly soluble. Part B, aluminum has been used in the manufacture of various alloys because of its corrosion resistant properties. State one alloy of aluminum and its use. All right, the good thing is we're writing, because I'm not sure how we pronounce, I'm not 100% on the pronunciation here. So it's duralumin. and it's used to make bodies for aircrafts and cars. There's another one, magnesium, but they answer one, so we'll just let's stay at one. Part 2, explain why the corrosion of aluminum is beneficial. Can you believe it? Can something be corroding and it's beneficial? All right, so this is it. When aluminum reacts with oxygen, aluminum oxide is formed. Now this oxide, this layer of oxide actually adheres to this layer of oxide adheres to the metal, and it pretty much protects it protects the metal that is beneath the surface. So it's acting like a scab. It's similar to what happens when we get a cut and we have a scab being formed. The scab protects the rest of the tissue beneath it. So the layer of aluminum oxide that is formed adheres to the metal. It does not flake off, and it therefore protects the layer of metal that is beneath it from further corrosion. Let's get that down. Part 3, write a balanced equation to show the product formed when aluminum is left exposed to air. So aluminum is a solid plus air, oxygen, which is gas, O2, and we'll get Al2O3, which is a solid. So in order to balance, let's start with 2 aluminum on the left, 2 aluminum on the left, 2 on the right. So we have 3 oxygen on the left, 2 on the right. LCM of 2, 3, 6. So we'll need 3 right there, and we need a 2 right there. But when we do that, we'll have to turn this aluminum over here into 4. Oops. So this will now be 4Al solid plus 3O2 to get 2Al2O3. Everything is balanced now. And just like that, we would have gotten 15 marks. Thank you again for joining Chem with Chem. Be sure to check out other materials on the channel. Like if you found value, share with a friend, and consider subscribing if you haven't done so, and turn on post notifications so you'll be alerted the moment we add new content. Couple later.